Yo, 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 what's up, guys? What's going on? We are live. How are you guys doing today? Really excited about this. Come on in, come on in. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing today? Really excited to talk football today. Really pumped. We're going to talk youth football. This is live Q&A, so I'm here to answer any of your questions. Ricky said, living the dream. That's what it's about, man. What's going on, guys? What's happening? What's happening? Man, I'm pumped today. So this is what we doing today, guys. Man, I'm here. I'm answering your questions. We're going to talk all things football, man, youth football, college football, really whatever y'all want to talk about. I'm here to talk about it, guys. I'm going to be on for about an hour today. And I just want to chop it up with you guys. So first thing first, guys, let me know. Let me know where y'all from. Let me know where y'all from. If y'all coach, let me know the name of your team. Represent your team in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. Let's see here. And also, guys, go ahead and drop your questions in the comments. And I'll start getting to your questions and all of that good stuff as well. We got Ohio in the house. We got the Cowboys from California in the house. That Mantessa Cowboys. I hope I said that right. We got ATL in the house. We got Seattle in the house. Evergreen High School. That's what's up, man. Welcome, welcome. We got Rhode Island in the house. We got the Northwest. Now we got the Northeast in the house. That's what's up. We got Columbia, South Carolina. Is that Jerupa Steelers? Did I say that right? Jerupa Steelers. We got them in the house. Garfield Bulldogs, Los Angeles. We got LA in the house. Miss Beast to be proud. We got Southwest Philly in the house, them hot boys. That's what's up. Guys, welcome, man. Welcome. Again, man, I'm here to answer all y'all questions today. See, John said, what you showing us today? What you want to see, bro? What you want to see? Fresh Prince says, my first year as an OC. Congratulations, man. Big congrats. Let's see here. Let me see. I can't pronounce this name. We'll just say Javanin. You going to the Youth National Championships. I am not, guys. I am not. For those who don't know, I'm in a semi-retirement from coaching, right? Like, you know, I coached youth football for 15 years, and I had to take a break. And so I'm fully dedicated to helping you guys. I literally create content, playbooks, all this stuff for you guys full time. This is what I do. I consult you guys and I help you guys win championships. You know, I make sure you guys go to the Youth National Championships. Y'all feel me? So that's my full-time job, and I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. Don't tell nobody, but I kind of enjoy doing this more than even coaching, to be honest with you, because I'm able to see so many of you guys win. You feel me? That, you know, it's like I'm winning the championship all the time, because I don't know if y'all seen my post with the testimonials. Man, about 30 of you guys won championships just by following my content. So I really appreciate that, guys. That's a big deal. And if you didn't win a championship, a lot of you guys are winning more games. You got into football coaching for the first year. And I'm glad to, you know, play a small piece in that process. Y'all feel me? So really appreciate you guys. All right. Kurt said, what application are you using for play design? Bro, I'm only using Microsoft PowerPoint. Believe it or not, I'm only using Microsoft PowerPoint. So I know I got it looking good and I got it looking fancy and all of that stuff, but I just learned to just kind of master designing my plays through PowerPoint. I've tried all the other stuff. Like a real popular one, it's like Go Army, I think, that Go Army app. And it's cool, but I like the versatility and the creativity of Microsoft PowerPoint and the simplicity of it too. All right, let me keep going down here. Coach John said, I run an empty backfield, power run formation. That's interesting. Hey, I love to see that. I love to see that. Do you just like run with the quarterback? Just do like quarterback power? Let me know. Welcome, guys. All the new people, man. Welcome. Welcome to this live. Again, let me know in the comments where you guys coming from. Let me know. And drop your questions in the comments. Let's see here. We got Washington in the house. He said, my boys just won the ship running the beast formation. There we go. There we go, man. Congratulations, man. Congrats. That's what's up. Hey, y'all, give Coach a big love. Hit that love button, that like button, man, to just celebrate that victory, man. That's a big deal. Congrats. Let's see. We got Fresh Prince. He says, 8U, what do you think my main 3 formations should be in 8U? Great question. Great question. So this what I would run at 8U. Of course, I'm running the beast formation. Like, it's just an advantage to run the beast formation with 8U because you got so many blockers at the point of attack. Man, you can score at will running the beast. I would even sprinkle the 2.0 in there as well because, see, the beast 1.0, it focuses a lot on power and off tackle stuff and even wedges, right? The 2.0 focus more on jet sweeps and counters. It's a little bit more, east and west, so to speak. And the beast 1.0 is more north and south. Okay. So I would run those two. And then I would run the Maryland I formation, man. I would throw the Maryland I formation in there as well, because now if you got a quarterback who can somewhat pass the ball just a little bit at that age, you can do a lot of play action, or you can just use the tight end. You can use your, multiple backs in different ways. So I'm going with the Beast 1.0, the Beast 2.0, and the Maryland I formation, okay? If you got big players, guess what? Running the Beast T formation is not a bad idea either. Not because it's tried and true. So if you don't want to run that Maryland I, go with the T formation, bro. That's what I would say. All right, let's see. Don says, great advice using Beast next year for my ankle biters. Man, run it, man. Run it. Hey, let me know in the comments how many of you guys actually run the Beast. Let me know in the comments. Just give me a hell yes or something. Let me know how many of you guys actually run the Beast. Because I'm here to say, man, like, I've ran so many formations in my football career, and, I'm an offensive-minded guy. I ran, of course, the single back formation. I ran empty. I ran quads right, quads left. Of course, 3x1, 1x3. I've ran all kind of stuff. But hands down, the Beast formation has been the funnest formation that I ever ran. It's fun, it's easy to install, and it's just hella dominant. A lot of people, that don't like the Beast, they like to criticize me, and they say, well, you're not teaching the kids anything. Dude, number one, with the Beast offense, number one, you're going to teach your kids how to win. Let me just say that. Let's just start right there, right? You're teaching your kids how to win. But number two, you make some of the best blockers in your league, and some of the best blockers that like middle school and high school coaches ever seen. I got kids right now playing high school ball. They deep in the playoffs, and they're used to be my offensive lineman. And these kids going to go and play D1 somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them, they contribute a lot of what I've taught to, the fundamentals of blocking, things of that nature. That's all the Beast. They ran the Beast. You feel me? They ran the Beast. So, to say that, well, kids not learning anything running the Beast. Okay. Put your kids in that single wing offense and watch how good they block, read their running lanes, how much they execute, how well they execute, how high their IQ become with running the Beast offense. You're able to, if you coach them up right. Now, this is something I always say. Just because you're running the Beast and you suck as a coach, that's not going to fix anything. If you teach them just to be average blockers, they're going to show out. If you teach them how to be average runners and execute and don't beat themselves, you're going to have a team that's going to go deep in the playoffs, if not win the championship. I can bet money on that, guys. Okay. All right, let me go down here, get to some more of your questions. First year as a defensive coordinator, my biggest issue was getting the kids to attack running holes and getting them the importance of setting the edge. Thoughts? Yeah, man, like that's something that we hit home really hard at practice, right? So we double down on putting our kids in adverse situations. So, for example, we may have our defensive linemen go against two offensive linemen and our good offensive linemen, not the scrubs. And what that does is that creates a level of intensity. You know, little Johnny may cry a few times because he's getting his tail whooped at practice, but it makes him a tougher, better player for it. And you put your kids through that. Let them get them reps in, right? Those reps of adversity in. That's what you want to do. Let them get them reps in. Let them go through the adversity and all of that crap. And they're going to become better players when they're one-on-one with other teams. And this is the other thing. Scrimmage a lot. Scrimmage a lot at practice. Get your kids used to shooting off at the whistle, right? Playing aggressive. Understanding what they're coming after. Because, you know, like some kids at practice, they do a good job. But then during the game, you see them wrestling with the guy in front of them. They're not even thinking about the ball carrier. Well, what scrimmaging will do is get the kids familiar with being really good football players and understanding the field, understanding what's going on around them, knowing that, okay, if I'm running, for example, if I'm running the 6-2 defense and I'm a defensive end, I want to key in on that running back. Let me see what's going on in the backfield. What formation are they in? Like I tell people all the time, the reason why my teams are good is because they have my mindset. Like I'm teaching my kids, this is the T formation. They're going to run the diamond formation. They're going to run the spread 2x1. And so my kids out there on the field communicating, they in 2x1, they in 2x1, you know, you play man, you know, we're going to play cover 2. We're going to, you know, do different things. So my kids are literally out there on the field and they're literally like, they know what they're looking at. They're not confused. You see what I'm saying? So making sure your kids know as much as you do or a fraction is going to be huge, man. All right. Next question here. Southwest Hot Boys that just got named head coach of my organization, 8U. How do I approach younger kids instead of teenagers? Man, first of all, congratulations, man. Congrats. You approach the kids the same way. The same way. The only difference is you may have to be a little more patient with the younger kids, but you still want to have high standards. You still want to make sure your kids are mentally tough and they understand the game of football and they execute well. That doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to change. You just need to make sure that you stick to your guns and you don't let the parents dictate the way you run that program. That's a big thing. If you let the parents dictate the way you run your program, you're going to hate your job. So make sure that you have high standards and you let the parents know what you stand for with playing time. If a kid mispracticed the whole 9, because that's where you begin to have problems when parents feel like they can do whatever they want to do. Okay? So be yourself. All right, let's see. And if you guys just coming in, man. Welcome to my live, guys. I'm going to be on here until about 8 Central Standard Time. I'm here to answer all y'all questions, man. I'm going to try to get to as many as I can. Man, and I want to make a big announcement too, man. I got a new playbook coming out. The BEAST 3.0 is coming out next month. It's literally called the BEAST 3.0, the Champions Edition. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys, man. If you're interested, of course, you can wait until December when it drops to get it. Or you can join my playbook club, the Coach Beast Playbook Club. I think I got like $5. You join that club and you will get a new playbook each month from me. So I can tell you right now, the club won't be $4.99. That's like just a promotion for you guys. Just giving you love, and you'll be able to get that playbook on December 3rd. So I just wanted to drop that in there for you guys who didn't know. All right, let's see here. Get back to your questions. New, new follower, but what's the biggest advice? My bad, guys. My service is kind of going in and out, so forgive me for that, man. Y'all just hang tight. I'm going to come back in if I go out, all right? So Coach Manning said new follower, but what is the biggest advice for an athlete trying to transition to coach in Texas, by the way? Okay, my biggest advice, man, is simple. Learn as much as you can and build as many relationships as you can. Become a sponge. You know, don't act like you know it all or anything like that. Just literally learn as much as you can from the coaches around you and the coaches above you and do whatever they need you to do. You feel me? That's what you want to do. Do whatever they need you to do and you'll be okay. All right. That's the biggest mistake that a lot of young coaches make, especially at the youth level, because the accountability a little different. You know, you come into this thing as a know-it-all. I used to act like a know-it-all, but that's not how the coaching business works. If you want to be a good coach, you want to build as many relationships as possible, and you want to learn as much as possible from other coaches. Because guess what? You're going to have years where you're going to have a bad season. You're going to have years where you want to quit. You're going to have seasons, what I call nightmare seasons, where it seems like everything in the world is going wrong, right? And that crap will humble you faster than anything. You know, you may have a year where they try to get you out of the program and you don't want to be in the program anymore, right? So you having relationships is going to help you level up in this business. It's going to help you pivot really easy, because for the guys who don't know, especially the high school guys, you rarely stay at a coaching job more than 4 years. Usually you're going to transition to another coaching job within 4 years. You know, it's not like a regular 9 to 5 where you work for a company 10 to 15 years, right? You know, some coaches do, but more and more nowadays, coaches only stay in a program 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Coach Tim said, what's the best defense for 10U? For me, man, hands down, it's the 4-4 Reaper defense, hands down, because you're able to flex it, right? What I do, so the first defense I ever ran was the 4-4 Reaper, and that was with a 9-10-year-old team. And I've been running it for the last 15 years. What you're able to do with the 4-4 Reaper defense, you can flex it into a 6-2, or you can flex it into a 4-2-5, right? That's why I love it. So I would say the 4-4 Reaper defense is definitely great for a 10U. All right, let's see. And guys, be sure to drop your questions. I'm trying to get to them. And welcome everybody who chimed in, man, who came in. Welcome to the live, man. I'm going to be here until about 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's see. Good. Coach Tim said we ran the 4-4 last year. That's good, man. Let me know how did it go for you and your squad. Let me know. Let me know if I can help. See, Kurt said we running it next year, next season. That's awesome. Are any of you guys doing flag football? Anybody coaching flag football? Let me know. Let me know. Because that's a piece of advice I want to give to you guys. Like, if your season is up, find a flag football team to coach or try to personal train kids. Because what you want to do now, right now, if your season is up, what you need to be doing is trying to attract more kids to your program and build relationships, right? The best way to do that is to coach a flag football team. Why? Because the best kids, they play football year round, okay? The best kids play football year round. And so it's going to be really important for you to take advantage of building those relationships now. So guess what? When the spring and the summer come, where you're doing training and camps and stuff like that, you got a stacked squad because you built relationships with kids in the fall and in the winter seasons. So, take advantage of that and be sure, even if, guess what, girls football is becoming a big thing. Even if you coach a female flag football team, do it, because a lot of those females, a lot of those ladies, they got brothers who play. You see what I'm saying? So that's a great way to build relationships and get more talent, better talent on your squad. You'll thank me for that later. All right. Fresh Prince says, how do I get more information on the Beast? Okay, few ways, man. So if you go on my page, man, like I got so many videos going over the Beast, plays that I run, things that, you know, you can do. Number one. Number two, just go to my link in my bio and you can get the Beast offense for yourself. The Strongman Beast offense 1.0. That's the base set. Then you get the 2.0. That's more the east and west formation I was talking about with jet sweeps and rocket motions and RPO concepts in there. The 2.0. And then if you want to run like more spread, all of that good stuff, go with the Beast RPO offense, right? That's where you got more RPOs, run and shoot, shotguns, orbit motions, you name it. So you can just go to my link in the bio to learn more about all of my playbooks, if you guys are interested. All right, let's see here. Coach said, I run the Reaper, the 4-4 Reaper. Man, that's what's up, man. Man, y'all make my heart glad, man, just to know, man, y'all running these different formations, man. That means a lot, man. It's like rocket fuel for me to just continue to put out this content for you guys. Let's see. Let's see. Coach Walker says, yes, we had a lot of practice warriors this year. That's that's good. That's good. Matt King says, how do you make kids physical? The way we make kids physical is that we put them in a lot of adversity at practice. We don't hesitate from contact. But when I say that, I'm not talking about Oklahoma drills, okay? I'm talking about we have them go one-on-one, blocking each other. We have them go 2-by-1s, our defensive linemen going against, you know, 2 offensive linemen. We have our linebackers running W drills and then driving through our tackling pads. Guys, I'm on my next live, or I'm going to make a video and I'm going to pull out my practice equipment, right? I got 4 really big tackling pads. I mean, they're about 60, 70 pounds. I teach my kids to make contact, proper contact with these pads. I get them really familiar with knowing how to use their shoulder pads, where to place their head, things of that nature. But you want to put your kids in adversity if you want them to be more physical, more mentally tough. If you're just running through plays and they're not tackling and they're scared and they're wussified, they're not going to make it deep because they're going to play against a team that's not wussified and that's mentally tough and that's doing the things that I'm telling you to do right now, right? You want to make sure your kids fail a lot at practice. I'm going to say that again. Make sure your kids fail a lot at practice, because what that failure does is it makes them more mentally tough. It teaches them how to deal with adversity. If a kid if a defensive tackle, if you're doing the ball drill, right, where the defensive tackle has to get through 2 offensive linemen to get to the ball, but he keeps getting his tail whooped at practice, what you think that kid is going to do when he get home? He's going to think about that, right? And so in 2 or 3 weeks from him getting his tail whooped, he's going to come out there and he's going to say, you know what, I had enough. I call it the breaking point, right? I laugh when it happens. When a kid is getting his tail whooped at practice and he finally had that day at practice where he cries, where he gets like, he blows up and he kind of, you know, I call it leveling up as well. Like, oh, he didn't just leveled up. When a kid levels up, usually he's going to cry. He's going to you're going to see him do something that he usually doesn't do. Why? Because he's sick of getting his tail whooped at practice. That's what you want. You want them to go through that kind of crap at practice. So when they play the games, it's light work for them. Y'all feel me? It's light work for them. So that's how you make your kids more physical. You know, it's not the fancy drills. It's the drills that put the kid in adversity and make it tough for him, especially those. And I'll say this, that first month, I say the first 4 weeks are crucial. The first 4 weeks of practice are crucial. If you're in a league where you can practice in the summertime or the springtime, do it. Like, go ahead and put them kids in adversity as fast as possible, because by the time they start playing games, they're going to be dogs. They're going to be like machines. Guarantee you that. All right, guys, let's see. And for you guys who just came in, man, welcome to the group. Welcome to this live, man. Feel free to drop any questions you may have, man. I'm on here for you. I'm going to be on here for the next 35 minutes till 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Coach had just got a freshman coach job, head coach job at one of our local high schools. Wondering if you have any tips. Yeah, man. Again, have fun with it. The freshman group is really awesome because it's more developmental, right? As your kids develop at that level, you develop as a coach also, okay? Don't think about the wins and all of that. Think about the process, okay? Think about the process. As your kids learn and develop, you learn and develop as well. And build relationships with that high school coach and all the coaches around you. Because the more you build relationships and you grow in his coaching tree, you're going to get more opportunities down the road, all right? Fresh Prince said, how do we get it? Hey, Fresh Prince, what are you referring to? You talking about the Beast 3.0 or are you talking about my other playbooks? Let me know. All right. Matt King said, how to teach kids how to block? Oh, man. That's a complicated one because it's a process of teaching them how to block. I'm going to tell you exactly my process of what I do. Okay. Day one, I tell my kids, we're going to be the best blocking team in the league. If we don't be good at nothing else, we're going to be the best blocking team and the best tackling team in the league. Okay. So number one, I instill that mindset that everybody buys into blocking from the O-line to the skill guys. Okay. That's a must. All right. The first blocking drills that we do are actually not even blocking drills. We're teaching our kids their foot placement, how to get in a 3-point stance if they don't know how, their footwork, how to do that. That's everything, right? And then we work on their hand placement. So literally, and you guys have seen some of these drills where, I'll have our kids on a knee and they're coming, driving through the pad, just focusing on their hand placement. They're learning how to lock up. They're just learning how to use their hands. And then we start building from there, right? We teach them how to explode and just drive block out of a 3-point stance. Again, it's driving through the pad. We got a principle. We want our kids to block for at least 3 seconds, right? Or, we also teach them to make sure they don't grab outside that jersey. We teach them how to fundamentally block and lock up the player for 3 seconds or to the whistle, right? Play to the whistle. So think about a car on an assembly line, right? We're teaching like the fundamentals, the very elementary stuff. And even with the big boys, we're doing this, the elementary stuff, because one thing we are about, we master simplicity. So once they begin to master how to block, how to drive block, now we're teaching them how to down block, and not just teaching them how to do it, but we're actually teaching them the actual philosophy of it. Down block, you want to block your inside gap, right? If nobody's in your inside gap, we want you to climb to the second level, reach a linebacker, right? And so we're very technical on how we do that. We the coaches are hands-on, so I'm breaking down exactly what you do. And so we're driving home the fundamentals for really the first 3 weeks, really hard. And, again, I got a military background, guys. So, when they mess up, we're kind of tight on them. Okay. We don't give a lot of room for error, and we're very intentional about that. For you guys who are military guys, you get it. Like if you go to basic training, it's a simulated environment. It's like hell on earth for a while, right? We do that because we want our kids to have the mentality and the IQ to think through adversity, right? So we're breaking that stuff down. And I'm going to say this, guys, for you guys who have questions on the drills that I run, I got a drill book coming out, offensive line drill book coming out in the next, I want to say week. Okay. I say week and a half that's dropping. Let me know if y'all interested in that. It's an offensive line drill book. It got all the drills that I run and the instructions on what to do. If you're interested in that, let me know. Just put a thumbs up. Let me know. Put a thumbs up in the comments, and just so I know you guys are interested in that. All right, let's see. Coach says, just had a nightmare season and I'm humbled big time. Yeah, man, a nightmare season is no joke. A nightmare season sucks because, and for you guys who don't know what a nightmare season is, it's when nothing goes right. Literally, you're not winning games. Your assistant coaches are not supporting you. They're not showing up to practice, or they're talking crap about you. The parents are talking crap about you. They're not bringing their kids to practice. Your kids are not executing. You're losing games. Like if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong in the nightmare season. It sucks, and it makes you want to quit. But I'm here to tell you, don't quit during nightmare season, guys. Please don't. Because usually after a nightmare season, that's when you have the best season of your life. Or one of them. Y'all feel me? A nightmare season sucks. Let's see. Coach said, hey, Coach, just came off a disappointing 0-10 season. What advice would you give to keep my kids that are coming back next season motivated after a rough season? The way you keep them motivated is you start your camps early in the spring, and you let them, that core of kids come back, and they're going to be good as hell. That's how you do it. I've had seasons where I didn't win no games. Hey, it is what it is. This is youth sports, right? What you do is you bounce back from that crap because, number one, it's a reason why you're 0-10. Very rarely you are 0-10 because you've done everything right or you had the right crew of kids and parents. Usually it's a lot of crap going on that's caused your team to be 0-10, right? Like the times where like I've had losing seasons, or, you know, let's say I didn't win any games, right? I had undisciplined kids. The parents was undisciplined, didn't support the kids. You know, kids not showing up to practice, kids not showing up to the games. I've had a season where the kids not even showing up to the games. You know what I'm saying? Like, football is football regardless. I don't care if it's college or youth. If the kids don't show up to practice and they're not prepared, 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose, right? So, you know, the way you bounce back is you move forward and you don't think about that losing season. And you create a system where you are training and making your kids stronger, your core stronger. Start with a camp. And then start with workouts, spring and summer workouts. This is exactly what I did. Do spring and summer workouts. You only may have 6 to 10 kids there. That's fine. That's your core. That's going to be your core, right? And once your new kids come and all of that, your core is going to be the leaders. Now you got leadership. The second thing you need to do, let go of every coach that was half-assing in your program. Let go of every coach that half-assed. Don't even try to reach out to parents who gave you problems with their kid. I don't care if they had the best kid you had the best kid on the team. Cut out the counselor in your program. And I heard Nick Saban say this. Every year it's like a new football, like having a new football team. So think of that as that we're going to create a whole new football team, new culture, and we're going to double down on the right things. You know, listening to me, listening to Coach Beast, that's a great idea. You know, joining the playbook club, getting new playbooks, I'm going to be doing monthly lives like I'm doing now in there, exclusively teaching stuff. I got a whiteboard in my other room, and we're going to break down X's and O's, and you're going to have a mentor. So getting a mentor, somebody who's been there, done that, is going to help you as well, Coach. And really, guys, if any of you guys are interested in like the playbook club, any of the playbooks, you just go to my link in the bio. All of the resources to connect with me is there, guys. Just a FYI, if you was wondering. All right, Coach Tucker, or the Tuck Boys, my bad, Coach. We run the Reaper. 0 points allowed the first 3 games. Yes, sir. That's the way it is. And let me say this to you guys. I'm an offensive-minded guy. But every year we won a championship or was, winners up or whatever, we always had the number 1 offense and the number 1 or number 2 defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, offenses is great. I love scoring points. I love shutting games down in the third quarter, right? But I also love having a defense that don't allow any points. So it go hand in hand. You run the Beast with like the 4-4 Reaper Or, you know, you want to run a 4-2-5 against spreads. Like if you're in a league where they like to run spread and stuff, maybe the 4-2-5 may be best. Or maybe in a run-oriented league where the 6-2 defense is best. You know, match your defense against, you know, your competition and set the tone. Set the tone for everything that you do. What I like to do with the 4-4 Reaper, again, if we're going against a team that like to run, like in our league, we got teams that like to run like Wildcat. They love to run like the Wildcat. If they're in spread, they like to bluff with the spread and do like QB powers, bubble screens and stuff like that. So we love the 4-4 Reaper, and then we switch to a 4-2-5 and we play the flats if we need to. Or if we know that their offensive line is trash, we go in 6-2 and we're just going to come after the quarterback. So that's what we do. Coach Ish says, I'll be back running the Beast in the spring for sure. That's what's up, Coach. That's what's up. Diamond Lawrence says, appreciate your knowledge, my brother. As a former player turned coach, you've helped a lot. Man, my pleasure, man. Much love, man. Respect. That's awesome, man. I'm glad I was able to help. Let's see. Coach Ish says, I coach spring ball, then flag. That's good stuff. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. All right, let's see. How do I keep, let's see who's asking this. Let's see. Okay, Coach says, how do I keep a team that is full of freshmen and sophomores engaged? You put them in, I know I've been like preaching to the choir when I say this. You put them in adversity at practice. If you want them to be engaged, put them under some pressure, and I guarantee you they're going to be focused and engaged. That's the way you do it. If you got players who act like they don't want to play football, you don't need them anyway on your team because they're going to create a losing mentality in your program. But you got to make those football players. Like, in other words, you got to make those freshmen and sophomores true football players. They got to learn how to deal with adversity at practice. If you, like, I know we're in a generation where being a player's coach is popular, but I still believe that you got to have a disciplinarian coach or approach in your program, right? Like, it's okay. Like in my program, one of my former players, he's the player's coach, right? I'm the disciplinarian. I get on my kids, right? But he knows how to take that player to the side and build them back up once I tear them down. And we're very intentional about how we do that. You know what I'm saying? I hit him high, he hit him low. And we're able to do that. But you got to be able to teach discipline and accountability and sportsmanship and hard work in your kids. Because your kid's going to be a reflection of the values that you teach them. I'm here to tell you, man. I've had seasons where, you know, more of, I say, military team came out. And my teams were very much so military. I've had seasons where I was more like laid back and chill, you know, kind of burned out a little bit. So I'm like chill. I'm letting my other coaches coach. And guess what? My players played lackadaisical. They didn't play like me. And I don't like that, right? So I keep pressure on my kids because I want them to be the best version of themselves. And I want them to play at a high level and play putting pressure on the other team consistently. You know what I'm saying? All right. And to the coaches that have joined, man, welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you guys for spending some time with me. How do you feel about the Pro Set for 8U? I don't really have a problem with it. I mean, if you can run it, you can execute it. You know, the question is, are you going to run the Pro Set more balanced? Are you going to run it, you know, jumbo? Are you going to run kind of in a like 2x1? Like, what are you going to do with it? You know, like when these kind of questions are asked, like I get really technical, right? Because it's so many ways you can run the Pro Set. The reason why I'll say this, the reason why I like running like a single wing offense or a power offense at 8U, 7U, 6U is because it maximizes your leverage, right? Most kids are about the same strength from 6U to about 8U, maybe even 9U. And then they start to kind of get bigger. More kids get bigger the older they get. But, you know, everything's almost even from 6U to 8U. So The only, like the cheat sheet is running a formation like the Beast formation where you got 7 blockers on the play side blocking for the ball carrier. That's hard to stop for those kids. You can eat up yards. You know, who want to run a formation the way you're getting, 10 yards per carry? You know, every 4 or 5 plays, you're busting it for a touchdown. You feel me? So that's why I always say run the Beast, because it's just practical. Even if you decide you want to run and only run 4 plays, do it. See how you like it. We got the Southwest in the house. That's what's up. Let me see. All right. Matt King says, if you feel like you can do better than the head coach, do you move on? Hell yes. Yes. If you feel like you're better than the head coach, you got to move on. Here's why. You got to move on because the longer you stay, the more respect you lose for that head coach. The more he's going to know you don't respect him. And the more you guys are going to start bumping heads and not liking each other. Happens all the time. And, when you feel like you can coach better than the other coach too, that's an indicator that it may be time for you to start your own team too. Sometimes it's an indicator it's time for you to start your own team. Another time is, you may have lost respect for that coach and you go to another team. My rule of thumb, this is my rule of thumb, guys. I actually don't let coaches who have been head coaches in other programs come in my program. I don't let them join my program. I don't let them join my program because when you've been a head coach, it's hard to kind of like be something else unless you move up, right? So like if you've been a head coach on a youth level, it's hard for you to be a head coach on the youth level with it's hard to be like an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator for another team because in time, you're going to be like, man, I can run this shit better. I can run this show better than this coach. And that's what happens. So I don't let nobody who used to be a head coach come in my program. Because I know I'm very alpha. And so I know you can easily bump heads with another alpha, so I eliminate that. So like, I'm kind of like Nick Saban. When I get coaches in my program, I'm developing them and I'm preparing them to coach their own team next year. That's literally how I do it. Like, I'll probably help more coaches than, the average bear. Like my programs are not only there to develop the student athletes, but we actually train our coaches and help men and women be community leaders, right? So like we just got a great system in place where, our coaches become top-notch individuals. A lot of them, rehabilitate, or they want a relationship with their son, or they got a daughter out there cheerleading and they just want to be around. And so we're able to create that opportunity for other men and women who just want to be a part of the kid's life and be a community leader. And so I say, man, I'll probably help probably 60 to 80 coaches in my coaching career, start their own programs, do different things. So, of course, with what I'm doing now at Beast Out You, this is what I do locally, right? I help other men and women become great coaches. And so with my business, Beast Out You, I'm helping thousands of you guys now. I'm helping thousands of you guys win championships, build great programs, change lives, be heroes. So this is something I've been doing for 15 years, and thank God for social media. I'm out now able to help more of you guys, and it's fun. It's a blast. Absolute blast. All right. Coach Shug said, definitely running the 6'2". I run a 5'2" now, but when I seen your concept, I was like, I love it. You helping me develop my coaching career. Hey, man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And, the 6'2" is a great evolution or upgrade from the 5'2". Having that extra man in the interior is a game changer, bro. Watch. If in your league, if you're able to do a double A gap penetration, man, it's going to cause major problems. You'll see. You'll see next year, coach. Man, glad I could help. All right, let's see. Mr. October says, what strategy do you use to get more kids to come out to play in our PAL team, PAL team? Let me know what what PAL team is, coach. Let me know. I'll say this. You got to be active 24/7. If like a lot of coaches, they coach in the fall and then they go away. You don't see them no more until the fall come back. That's a mistake, because with the NIL and things of that nature, parents want their kids to develop year round. And so the best strategy you can use is to get active in flag football or in spring activities. As soon as like the January hit or whatever, league is open for flag football or tackle football in the spring, you need to get into it, right? You're going to attract more talent and more kids doing that in the off season than you would in June or July trying to get a team together. No, if you're going to be a coach, be a coach. The modern youth football coach in 2023 is doing football year round. I'm sorry, right? If you want to be a good youth football coach, you need to do football year round. I'm here to tell you. Just do it year round. And because, think about it. You got kids who are trying to develop and be the best of the best. They're training and playing football year round or playing some sport year round, right? And so if you're not doing that and then you decide to just all of a sudden jump into football in July and coach a team, you already lost, because it's coaches like me who's already building relationships, already building my squad, already doing camps, already training my boys in January, February, March, already studying my playbooks and all of that. I'm ready. I'm ready in March. I'm ready in February. You may just be chilling and waiting to July. You already lost. You're already behind, months behind. You feel me? So go ahead and get active and reach out to your kids now. Get into flag football now or whatever. Tackle, for some of you guys stay where they do tackle football. You know what I'm saying? In the winter and in the spring, get into that. All right. What's up, guys? Welcome everybody who just came in, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you guys for coming in. Let me know where y'all from. Let me know where y'all from. Just started a program. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Congratulations. D8871 says, what offense do you like watching? NCAA or NFL? I'm a college football guy. I'm a college football guy. I love college football, man. I feel like college football, for the most part, still holds on to the authenticity of the game. I'm a Bama fan. So, I'm watching all things Alabama football. I was born and raised in Tuscaloosa. I live 5 minutes away from the University of Alabama. In the league I'm in, our all-star game is in Bryant-Denny Stadium. And I've been blessed enough to head coach 2 all-star teams in Bryant-Denny Stadium. So, and I'm undefeated in that stadium. I'm proud to say that, right? I'm proud to say that. So I'm a big Alabama fan for sure. All right. Great question. So, it's Hurley says, like to hear how you created standards and philosophy. Man, you're asking me them questions I want to teach, right? So, 2 things. Number 1, when you're learning your philosophy, some you're going to learn with experience, okay? You're not going to learn if you're a first-year coach, right? But you find that a lot of your philosophies and your standards are rooted from what you do in your personal life, your day-to-day life, right? So, for me, for example, I've always valued hard work. I got a military background, or, my parents was big on discipline. So, discipline is huge. Respect is the biggest thing for me, right? Hard work is huge. So, all of those things I just mentioned are cornerstones to the way that I run my programs and how I teach my kids. Professionalism is another big thing for me, right? So, my professional background, man, is I worked in corporate America, for about, I don't remember anymore, pretty much my entire 20s, so about 10 years. I worked in corporate America. My degree is in human resource management, so, I've hired and fired a lot of people. I was a career consultant and career coach and executive coach for about 9 years in my own business, right? And of course, I'm run Beast Out U, where I consult youth football coaches and high school coaches all around the country. I create plays for you guys, strategies for you guys, right? So my life, the way my life is structured, is the same way I actually teach my football players. You know what I'm saying? So they're very professional. They're respectful. They work hard. If you beat us, you're going to have to beat us because we're consistent. We're very simple and technical, and we don't make a lot of mistakes. You feel me? So you literally have to write down. Just as a matter of fact, I'm glad I got my notebook. Get a notebook, okay? Get a notebook, coach, and literally write down. Start with 5. Write down 5 principles and values that you have, and make it start with one word, or let's say 2 words: hard work, consistency, discipline, professionalism. Write down those things. And so when you write down those things, now you got a framework of how you're going to run your program. And guess what? You also got a framework to know if people are for you or not, right? If you are big on discipline, for example, and you get a bunch of undisciplined men who want to come to your program and be an assistant coach, that's a no-go, right? That's a no-go because you're big on discipline. You need other men who are disciplined like you in your program, because if you get somebody who undisciplined, guess what? You're going to have major problems in your program. You see what I'm saying? If hard work is one of your values, and you get a bunch of lazy SOBs in your program, right? Guess what? You're going to be frustrated because they lazy. They don't work as hard as you. You feel me? So having those values create a framework of who need to be in leadership, who needs to be involved, the way you market, the way you brand, the way you brand yourself, and it's going to attract the right people to your program. And that's how you avoid a nightmare season too. Usually a nightmare season happens when you got the wrong people involved in your program, from coaches to players to parents. You know what I'm saying? That's usually when a nightmare season happens, when you got the wrong people in your program. Once you get them out, it's going to be a much more enjoyable experience. All right, let's see. We got about 7 minutes, guys. I want to make sure I get to your questions, guys. And if I miss your questions, be sure to just try it again, drop it again. Let's see. Coach said, let's see, Eastside Nightmares Football. Love that name, by the way. Eastside Nightmares. That's fire. I like that. He says, can't win without putting in the time and work. 100%. You got to put in the work. If your kids are not showing up to practice, if your coach is not showing up to practice, if this thing is like vanilla to you, guess what? Your team going to play vanilla. Evelyn Whitehead, that's Miss Beast, y'all. She says, trash takes out itself. Your core will remain 100%. And that's going back to that question Coach asked about, how to get over a nightmare season, how to bounce back. Usually the trash takes itself out. The trash going to take itself out, and your core is going to stay. And that core is going to blossom into something beautiful that's a representation of you. Always happens that way. Always. All right, let's see. KTP Boy says, what about the coaches that don't worry about starting you till it's actually league time? I mean, let's see. I'm thinking it's a player right here. My thing, if you're a player, my best advice to you is put in the work and outwork everybody. Outwork everybody. Because even if that coach don't start you and don't want to play you, you'll find opportunities if you ball out, especially in this day and time. All right. I'm trying to get to you guys' questions as fast as I can here. Let's see. MJS says, run beast mode out of the gun. Our success rate on XP went up exponentially. Yeah, man. Like, if you run the beast offense and shotgun, like we run it both under center and shotgun, it's equally as effective for us. Usually I will ask my quarterback, do you want to run under center or shotgun? And, you know, if he say, coach, I'm more comfortable running shotgun, I'm able to see the field better, I put him at shotgun. So absolutely. It's that simple. All right, let's see. Coach said, thank you, coach, man. My pleasure, man. Coach Prince says, thanks, man. My pleasure. All right. KTP Boy says, what would be your best way to go about offense on 11U and defense? Oh, that's an easy one, man, because that's kind of my age group, 11, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds. Easy for me on offense, we're running beast. We're running the beast in three ways. We're running the beast traditionally in the 1.0. We're also running it in the 2.0 where we're going left and right. We're running in a wide set. We're running a spread set. We're running in a base set. Okay. And then we open up, we actually open up our offense and we'll go into our beast RPO where we got orbit motion and things of that nature going on. And we like to do a lot of window dressing and still run power and still run RPOs with our best player. That's what we do on offense. At the end of the day, if you can't stop us from gashing you for 5 to 10 yards to carry, we're going to run the hell out of the beast. It's math for me. It's all math, guys. Like this thing is a science to me. It's not just an art. This is a science. So like if we're running, let's say 16 power and we're getting 8 yards to carry, for example, we're going to keep running it until you stop it. If you don't stop it, we're going to run it. And the only time we're going to stop running it is when it's, 42-0 on the scoreboard and we whoop your tail, right? On defense, we're running the 4-4 Reaper. And depending on who we play, if it's a run-based team, we may flex into a 6-2. If it's a passing team, we may flex into a 4-2-5. If it's a team that's kind of balanced, we may stay in the 4-4 Reaper, right? But we got those 3 defensive playbooks to our arsenal to where we can always flex our calls. We like a transformer, man. Like we're shifting and we're changing, we're adjusting schematically with what the offense is showing us and giving us. So we take what teams give us and we exploit their weaknesses, right? That's what we do. Like we don't just run the 4-4 for the hell of it, right? We run the 4-4 because the 4-4 put us in the best position to win the game and shut down the offense, right? If we're going against a team that got a weak offensive line, we'll run the 6-2 and we will get back there just about every play and shut them down. That's just the way we operate, right? So, I say we run the 4-4 and we'll flex it into the 6-2 or the 4-2-5, coach. Hope that answered your question. All right. Oh, man, we got Hawaii in the house, man. Hawaii. Eastside Nightmares, football, man. Hey, man, you got to DM me, man. You got to get me and Miss Beast. You got to get us tickets, man, to Hawaii, man. Man, hey, we want to go to Hawaii, bro. DM me. Let's chop it up. Let's make it happen. Hey, you get us to Hawaii. We'll do a camp. We'll do a camp there in Hawaii for your squad. DM me, coach. All right, let's see here. Tim Chaney said, in your opinion, where should your best players be on defense? Great question, coach. Great question. For me, hands down, I like my best players on the edge. So I like my best players at outside linebacker and defensive end, right? I like my best guys on the end because usually you got to think about matchups. You got to put your best guys on their best guys and then have your help clean up. You see what I'm saying? It's like getting into a fight, right? It's almost like a street fight. You got your best guy in the group fighting their best guy in the group. And then, if their best guy get the best of your best guy, you can send you got your boys to help clean up and help assist. That's kind of how we do it. You know what I'm saying? So I like my best players to be, okay, this is exactly how I like my best players to be. Outside linebacker, defensive end, free safety. Now, don't get me wrong. I got a dog maybe in middle linebacker, but I usually like my high IQ kids at middle linebacker, that's able to quarterback everything. But my dogs, I like them on the edge. I like them to play the seams. I like them to be able to have the speed to get to the flats if they need to. I want them to have the physicality to be able to get to the backfield and stop their running back if they have to. I put all my best guys on that edge, and then I put my strongest guys in the middle, okay, at defensive tackle. And I'm talking about kids who can just totally maul, a center or a guard, right? Or at least quick enough to hit the gap, okay? So that's usually what I do. Great question, Coach. Mr. October, Police Athletic League. Cool, man. Okay, that's good to know. DM me, man. I want to know more about this league, too. That's interesting. That's extremely interesting. Police Athletic League. DM me. I want to know more about it. All right. And listen, guys, and just for the record, I'm trying to do some big things next year for you guys, right? I got clinics that I want to do, things of that nature. If you're interested in having me, Miss Beast, come and host a clinic for you guys, DM me. Let me know if you're interested. I would love to do a clinic for you guys. And we talk about it, see what you need, and then we'll go from there to see how I can help you guys. So please know that, what I do with the playbooks and things of that nature, that's a part of what I do to help you guys win more games and score more points. But, man, we're blowing up. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to help 1 million coaches around the world win more games, score more points, and be the best version of themselves. All right? That's my mission, man. And I'm in Miss Beast will tell you, she in the other room, but she'll tell you that, I am 110%, 10 toes down on helping you guys. This is my passion. This is what I love to do, helping other coaches. And I can admit I'm biased towards coaches. I love helping coaches because I believe we're life changers. And I feel like we don't get the credit we deserve in society to really change the lives of student athletes and make young men and women, some of the most successful people in the world. We got New Jersey in the house. We got Philly in the house. Mr. October said, thank you, Coach. Man, my pleasure, bro. All right. Let me see. I'm going to try to get one more question before I'm out of here, guys. Let's see here. Y'all bear with me. Let me see. Coach said, man, Beast, you have kept me going this whole season. New youth president, coach, and I'm the younger player of the org. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. I'm glad. And of course, look, if you need to talk, hit me up. DM me, man. Let's chop it up. All right. Let's see. Okay, this is a great final question here. Coach said, let's see, keep calm and play defense. I like that. How aggressive do you like to be on defense? And which defensive position do you consider most important? Great question again. I'm an offensive-minded guy, but I love defense, man. I was when I played football, I was an outside linebacker on defense, and I was a tight end on offense, and I played a little slot. I was that player when I played where coach put me kind of anywhere because I just knew the game. It came natural. So coach have had me playing defensive end a little bit. He had me playing, my primary position was outside linebacker. But if he needed me to kind of do more, hybrid stuff, he'll move me to safety too. So to answer your question, I play very aggressive on defense, Coach. Very aggressive. If we can stop a play before it develops in the backfield, that's what our aim is, okay? Literally, our aim, I'm finna give y'all a cheat sheet, okay? This finna help y'all. We know that kids are gonna run the football 80% of the time, okay? This is statistically proven in youth football. Teams are gonna run 80% of the time, at least. And then of that 80%, they're gonna run to the outside, right? So our job is to shut down the running game of the offense. We know if we shut down, if we shut down their offensive running game, they're crippled. They're crippled. They're half a team. They're less than half a team. So I put my best players at outside linebacker and defensive end. And I want those two, that outside linebacker and defensive end. They're going to crash the edge. They're going to stun and twist. They're going to do a lot of damage, right? So I put my best player typically at outside linebacker. And another benefit of that is if I'm running a 4-4 defense and we want to flex into more of a 4-2-5, those outside linebackers switch into more of a hybrid safety, right? Now they're playing the seams. Now they can move down and play the flats. They can do different things, you know, from a scheme standpoint for us. So I think the outside linebackers are. If I had to say number two, I like to have a really good free safety. You can't beat a good free safety, man, because they see stuff. Like usually my free safety would be like one of my quarterbacks, my quarterback or backup quarterback, somebody who can see the field, got high IQ. So I like for my free safety to be one of my best players as well. All right, guys. Coach Pastor, keep your best at the end and funnel them. All right, guys. So that's it, guys, man. I hope y'all got value. I hope y'all got value from that, man. Y'all still got questions and I still got answers, man, but I gotta go. Did y'all get value from this, man? If y'all did, I'm going to do more of these. If you got value from this, man, I want to do at least 1 or 2 of these lives a week for you guys. Again, if you haven't already, if you've got questions about my playbooks, want to check them out, just go to my link in the bio. Really, everything is in my link in the bio. If you want to join the Playbook Club, get a new playbook from me each month. This is the time to do that, guys. Just go to my link in the bio. For you guys who are just starting your first team, I got my online course, The Dominance Formula. It's in there as well, my link in the bio as well. Just go check it out. It's going to teach you my whole system. It's going to teach you my whole system, how I run my programs, and also how I fundraise, how I pick coaches, the whole 9 yards. If you are a coach that want to up your game on that level, again, go to my link in the bio. Everything's in the link in the bio. All right. All right, guys. Till next time, you guys be blessed. Y'all was great. Talk to you soon. Beast out.